to October 18th, 7th. His feet were swollen with blisters and his hands were numb. Boxing, which started as a hobby, now became a potential future job thanks to Coach Lee. It wasn't easy. You can rest if you're really tired, but to stop Minhee from coming inside his head again, he got up, ran, and punched. His devotion to boxing to forget Minhee became so strong, he eventually even thought about going professional. On the first day of the match, the opponent's fist punched his face directly. His brain shook, and he collapsed immediately. But what he saw in front of him was not the blistered foot, the numb hand, or the flashes of pain he had endured until now, but a silhouette of Minhee. Funny, even at the moment of pain, Jin-hook thought of Minhee. He'd been biting and enduring so hard to forget, but even at the moment, just before giving up, the thought of Minhee disturbed him. He got annoyed and angry, so he got up. He forced himself to stand straight up, to forget Minhee. Somehow he managed to continue the round to the end. Thanks to this, Jin-hook was cheered by the audience and given a decent nickname as a rising rookie. By the time pain covered his memories with Minhee, Jin-hook's body began to break down. His eyes became blurred whenever he got a headache, and the nerves pressed by the neck muscles gave him cramps, so he felt pain whenever he turned his head. So he stopped boxing. Still on the bright side, memories of Minhee turned faint, so he might have been able to regain his insensitivity. At least, he thought so. When Jin-hook was a boxer, he was searching for news of Minhee, not out of affection, but for old time's sake and curiosity. What surprised Jin-hook was that Minhee was being bullied by all the students at school. The absurd reason was that she became rapidly beautiful after puberty, but he didn't care at first. He needed to clear his head, and if he didn't, the pain he endured would be all for nothing. However, when he couldn't concentrate and eventually got criticized by Coach Lee because he was concerned about Minhee being bullied, he had no choice but to step in. Luckily, there was a student at the gym who went to the same school as Minhee, and through him, he was able to face the thug boss of the school and spoke firmly. "I don't mind you guys leaving her out, but don't lay a finger on her. She's my first love." A disgrace for a school thug boss not to refute, but the word from a rumored boxer famous between scumbags solved the problem easy peasy. The agony of trying to forget her after that incident really dimmed the memories of Minhee. After quitting boxing, Jin-hook went to Minhee's school out of mere curiosity and planned to sneak a look at her face and come back. Then, he walked while looking at the ground with earphones on and crossed the long bridge over the river. Jin-hook's reckless behavior would appear to others as nothing more than obsession, but Jin-hook was doing this because he really did forget everything. In front of the main school gates, students were coming out one by one, and Jin-hook was secretly watching over the fence with a pounding heart. At that time, one of the students, who was especially radiant and small, caught his eyes. As soon as he thought, okay, just a quick hello to her and I'll go back, a strong-built and cool male student reached and held Minhee's hand, and Minhee was smiling broadly up at him. That moment, Jin-hook accepted the sincerity in his heart, which he had been trying to deny, and his whole body was frozen, forcibly calming down the whirlpool of emotions that were swirling inside. Until now, none of Jin-hook's assertions that he had finally forgotten Minhee were true.